Hey, what's going on, guys? G.Casey here with my buddy Matt, casting some more StarCraft 2 action from the Chobo Team League. This is a Week 7 matchup between AlloyE Esports and Team All Inspiration. And I'll get started by introducing the All Inspiration purple player in the top left corner of Foxtrot Labs. It is Shadver.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of the Force Cross spawns on Foxtrot, we have our red AlloyE Esports player, Frostsaber. So PvP matchup.
Yeah, love me some PvP. I'm always interested to see what types of different types of 3 gates and 4 gates they can throw at each other, or if they decide to go for that Oracle play. We'll have to take a look. So far this week, it is 2-1 for AlloyE Esports, who is actually 0-6 at the moment. So having them ahead. Oh, what is Shadver doing? Okay, there's a little mess up with the probes there. Having them ahead 2-1 is a little scary, especially since we just really want to win this week to clinch the playoff spot. A win guarantees us a playoff spot, whereas a loss, we could still get in, but we need certain things to happen and certain things to not happen. So let's just go ahead and get the win. You know what I mean? It's just better that way.
Yeah, and with the PvP matchup here, we've casted some Shadver, so I don't really remember many of the builds that he did. But as I stated in the last game with our PvZ that we had, Protoss is capable of the most one base plays, and looks like both players are heading out for a scout. Both know that it's Force Cross spawn, I'm assuming, as they're both heading in the direction. They're going to high-five each other.
Right over that CTL logo there. Now, Frostsaber managed to get this gateway down quite a bit earlier here. He's going with the one gas play, though, where Shadver is going with the double gas. So what does that tell you? What do you think is going to happen with the double gas?
With the double gas, he only has 2 in each, so I would either say that he's trying to get a bunch of stalkers out, or he's going to go with something like either a Stargate or a what's it called?
The Twilight.
Twilight Council, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility here. Getting a good scout off, though, is Shadver. He sees everything that's going on. He will see that double gas going down here. My hotkeys are always messed up when I try to look at the vision. But, yeah, he sees the double gas, so he knows what's up here. And it looks like we're going to have a full saturation on the gas for Frostsaber.
Yeah, so pretty standard by both players. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. Just waiting for that first piece of tech to drop so we can see in which direction both players are going to try and win this game with. This probe is just in Shadver's base, just no harassment, no nothing, just getting its way out. Mothership core being chrono boosted out, probably trying to get rid of that probe, but both of them have quite a bit of minerals as it stands. Nothing out of the ordinary is dropping.
I think they're each waiting to get rid of that probe so that they can start dropping their tech. The Stalker for Frostsaber is forcing out Shadver's probe. The Mothership core for Shadver is forcing out Frostsaber's probe. Did it actually end up killing it? Yeah, 1 kill on that Mothership core, so he managed to take out that probe. Little advantage here for Shadver, and we can see the 3D. Oh no, the Stargate going down.
Yeah, Stargate and 2 more gateways for Shadver, for Frostsaber. And and the exact same, although a little delayed for Shadver. So
yeah, and that's the key thing there. The cybernetics core was finished a bit earlier for Frostsaber, so that means that all his other tech is going to drop a little bit quicker. So his build is looking just a little smoother here, and when you have identical builds like this, I mean, usually the smoother build is the one that takes it.
And Oracle coming out for Shadver. What's coming out of the start? Both going Oracle.
Yeah, they're both going identical builds, but because of the crispness of Frostsaber's opening here, he manages to squeak out an extra stalker, and actually a second stalker on his way out as well. So he's a little bit ahead here. The Oracle's going to hit earlier, and he's also going to have some extra stalker. But we see here Shadver going for that early Nexus here after this opening, and I really don't like this play. It really depends on what Frostsaber does, though. If he wants to drop his Nexus, then that makes this look like a good play. But Frostsaber's going to scout that out, and I think he's going to realize, like, oh, he's expanded, so why don't we just drop a pylon and attack him?
And even though Frostsaber was able to get his out a little bit early, those Oracles pretty much high-fived in the middle of the map. Both are getting in there, although the defensive posture by Frostsaber is there, and that Oracle's going to get no damage at all, and this Phoenix might actually take it out.
Yeah, that was just really one-sided here because on the other side, the Oracle does go down, but not before taking out 10 probes. So the worker count is now 31 to 14 for Frostsaber, and he was in perfect position to push back the Oracle for Shadver, so this is just bad news. Now, the good thing though is he did drop his expansion, and actually Frostsaber did not scout it, so if this goes unscouted for several more minutes, Shadver will be able to pull himself back into this game. But there's a lot of variables there.
Oh my goodness, and Shadver sending in a second Oracle there, gets absolutely blown up. It did manage to get, I believe it's either 2 or 3 probe kills, but nothing in comparison to Frostsaber's Oracle. Now, a bunch of Phoenixes coming up, 3 total so far, so probably going to get a little bit more economic harassment onto Shadver. Now, with his expansion already down and no more pressure coming, even though he lost a bunch of units, I think he's not in that bad of a place. Although if he's moving out right now with this one, oh no, he's not moving out.
That's the thing. It's like he's left a window wide open for Frostsaber to attack and most likely end the game here. But I keep seeing Frostsaber continue to build probes in this game, and he's way oversaturated, which is telling me that he might be thinking about dropping that natural. And there it is, actually. So now Shadver's going to have double probe production faster than Frostsaber, and that's going to give him a chance to get back into this game here, especially if Frostsaber decides to just sit back on this Nexus and defend it. He doesn't know that Shadver went for that expansion, so we're seeing the probe count catch back up here slowly but surely for Shadver to put himself back in this game.
Now, this is just an assumption, but I'm pretty sure that Frostsaber, because he saw that second Oracle come out, he isn't taking advantage of his army supply right now and just staying in a defensive posture because he's concerned as to whether or not more Oracles are going to come out.
Phoenix on Phoenix battle over there at the natural, and those Phoenix are going to see the natural for Shadver now. So the gig is up. Interesting little battle there. They just leave each other alone. And now Shadver or Frostsaber is going to realize that he's actually he's going to find himself behind. He's still not even producing probes out of that second Nexus yet. So he needs to make something happen here in order to maintain his lead that he got himself earlier.
Yeah, although now that with the transferring of the probes, virtually both naturals are the same. Shadver has only 3 more on his natural, so the overproduction and the transfer made it so it's virtually even now.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what tech choices both players are going with now. We do see a Robobig pushing out some Immortals for Frostsaber, and on the other end, a Robobig as well. The drop on complex for gateways. Shadver opting for that observer.
Oh my goodness, very good micro by Shadver with that little Phoenix on Phoenix play. He was able to focus down individuals while moving, whereas the Frostsaber wasn't doing that.
Yeah, he was a little more focused on picking up probes. He managed to kill off 2, which is keeping him in the probe count lead. But yeah, he lost all his Phoenix, and now Shadver has the Phoenix advantage, and he's going to go in and get a scout off here, because it's been a while since he's been there. He actually doesn't know about the expansion yet either for Frostsaber, but he's about to find out. He's got 3 of them, and he's going to back off, which is good. So these Phoenix are going to be really annoying, and he could actually move into the main and grab a few more here. Cannon
just finishes just as he gets in there, but while he was able to get a single probe there. So units lost 16 to 17, although a lot more resources lost for Frostsaber because of that Phoenix battle.
Yeah, this has been a really good game so far. These players definitely look pretty evenly matched. I'd say that Frostsaber had the edge based off his opening, just being crisper. But Shadver doing the things he needs to do to drag himself back into this game. He's still a tiny bit behind, but it's getting to that point where it's not so cut and dry, like it could go either way at this point. So we'll see here. Twilight counts are going down for Frostsaber. And if we take a look at the upgrades here, no forges are building upgrades at the moment. Oh, yeah, there is. There's one +1 attack going down for Frostsaber for the ground units.
And a forge just finished for Shadver, but nothing's being researched out of it yet. More Immortals coming out of his out of his robo facility, and a Void Ray coming out of his Stargate. So it looks like and a Twilight Council coming down as well. So pretty similar actually by both players, except that Void Ray. That's the only difference.
Yeah, and it looks like I'm guessing +2 attack starting for Frostsaber. I think he might tack on Blink as well. He's been kind of saving up the stock here. He has quite a bit. Oh no, he's actually going to go for Templar Archive. So High Templar. Maybe just for some cheaper Archons, or maybe for some feedbacks, or some Storm. You know, there's a lot of immortals in the mix for each player here, so the stalkers are actually not going to be as effective.
Yeah. Another Oracle. Oh, it's going to get picked off by these Phoenixes right away. It's not even going to be able to get out of the base.
Yeah, and these Phoenixes are really doing a great job for Shadver here. I'm impressed with his Phoenix control and keeping them right in a good spot to cut off that Oracle, because that would have been a nasty surprise for Shadver had he not caught it. Oracle, you don't really expect an Oracle to be coming into your base at like 15 minutes in the game. That being said, though, he has cannons in position and dropping a third base here. This is what he needs to do: defend his third base and get himself further ahead. He's doing a good job. Game is definitely normalizing here, and he's still being really annoying with those Phoenix. Going in, picking off 3 probes, 4 now, maybe even 5.
Yeah, I think he's also just going to get rid of as many probes as possible and just lose these Phoenix.
Yeah, he's alright with sacking the Phoenix now. Blink is on the way actually for Shadver, or for Frostsaber, so he is, you know, stretching himself a little bit thin, I might say, but we'll have to see. He hasn't made any High Templar. Actually, what? Okay, no, High Templar Archive is still on the map, so you don't see that he has constructed any, though.
Supply is virtually even. Charge being researched by Shadver and +2 weapons. Still more mortals coming out. A Robo Bay actually coming down, so he may be transitioning into Colossi.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see where this game is going to go. Right now, I'm actually going to give the edge to Shadver here. Earlier on, it was definitely Frostsaber, but Shadver is putting himself in a very good position to continue on with his advantage. He's going to have 3 bases soon, although the third base being just gets around with Frostsaber. So these guys are very similar in their playstyles here.
Yeah, supply is virtually dead even. Frostsaber actually supply capped right now at 140, but with that third going down a lot faster, and it's already completed and almost saturated just on minerals alone, he's taking a clear advantage as it stands. And Templar Archive's coming out for him as well.
Doing a good job with those hallucinated Phoenix, getting an eye on the army composition, and he did see the third base as well, so he knows what he's up against. Is Shadver, and Frostsaber's going to counter with his own hallucination here.
Yeah, he's going to go see if there's a third there. He's going to realize that he's behind in bases right now, so.
And he's going to see all the immortals, and that's why I'm giving the edge here to Shadver. With all these immortals against all the stalkers that Frostsaber has, they're going to tear those stalkers to pieces, blink or no blink. But +3 attack is on the way. We need Shadver to start up his +3 instantly here to be able to keep up in the upgrade department, because right now he's behind in that situation, so that could hurt him a little bit.
Now, it's been a long time actually since Frostsaber has actually scouted into Shadver's main base. He doesn't realize that he saw the Archon, so he knows that either Dark Shrine or Templar Archives is down, but he hasn't seen the Colossi yet.
And he's moving out. He's posturing to do an attack, and that's smart because he's behind. He needs to make something happen here to give himself an edge. Hallucinated Phoenix, I think it just missed that army, so I don't think Shadver sees it coming. But, I mean, his units are preemptively positioned properly anyway.
Yeah, and a small supply favor for Shadver, actually growing a little bit now, 180 to 164.
Yeah, and they're going to move. They're going to clash right in the middle of the map, right on that shoulder team logo here. Well, maybe not right on the logo, but that's wishful thinking. But there's definitely going to be a battle going on here, and I really want to see what happens.
Oh, and a couple of hallucinated Colossi. This might scare him a little bit. Oh, but those Blink Stalkers with the forward blink.
I don't agree with that. That forward link probably just sealed Frostsaber's loss.
Yeah, because those immortals were able to just hammer away on them.
Yeah. Too many reinforcements for Shadver here. These immortals are really telling the story. Look at that. No stalkers left, and Shadver looks like he barely even took any damage. That
No, I think only the Colossi was the correct Colossi. No, the only Colossi wasn't even taken out. Only the hallucinated ones were taken out.
Very smart move by Shadver here, and at this point, this is his window now, and he needs to move out like right now because Frostsaber is still on 3 bases, and he will be able to macro up an army shortly. I'm not really sure why Shadver isn't just moving out, and it looks like now he is. Because he can probably just go end the game. I mean, look at the supply. That's telling us the whole story here.
Yeah, I think those hallucinated Colossi took a lot of the damage there. Now here's going to be a Zealot run by into the third while this army is posturing to take them out. But
clutch weapons by Shadver will prevent that. Just a cannon's going to go down.
And here comes the massive army. Now supply almost 100 in favor of Shadver, so I would say this is all but over.
Yeah, he's gonna just smash into Frostsaber's face here. He's got a pylon being worked in now, so he can reinforce. And yeah, all the units that are reinforcing for Frostsaber are being kicked off as they come in. All the probes in the third going down, those Archons and those just going ham. And the GG for Frostsaber. That was a great PvP. I really like that game.
That was a very good game, yes.
It's interesting to see PvPs go into the late game here, and you can see these different scenarios with the Immortals and the Colossi against the Archons and the Speed Lots and all that stuff.
But you can notice how strong that the Protoss army is, even only on third base, because I would say by 23 minutes, either Terran or Zerg both would probably be on approximately 4 bases.
Yeah, we're definitely getting to that, or getting close to that point. Zerg for sure. But anyway, I was really happy to cast that game, and Shadver coming up big here in Week 7, tying up the score at 2-2.
Yeah, so we will get ready for the 5th match and look forward to the next game, everyone.
Yeah, see you guys later.